you. Wonderful.
Thanks.
What was this?
This is Frescobaldi in Capriccio sopra l'aria or che noi rimena, which was a song of Francesco Rasi in first half of the 17th century. And it's beautiful variations like no one else than Frescobaldi himself knows how to.
And really befitting to the instrument, I'd say.
Yes, exactly. I have brought my Italian harpsichord.
Wow, you must tell us, please, what is this instrument?
This instrument is a copy of an instrument that is in Bologna in the collection of Tagliavini.
Oh, so you heard from Catalina then?
Yes, yes.
Catalina Vicens.
Yeah, she's now the current, what is it called? Director, yes. Yeah. But this instrument was built by Graziano Bandini, who is very acquainted, a very fantastic master who examined this instrument and knows the collection because he's working there, taking care of the original. And what is fascinating is Mattia di Gand. He was a Flemish maker working in Rome.
When was this?
Why we don't? When or why?
When?
This is 1685. So the repertoire I'm playing is a bit early for this instrument, to be honest, but that doesn't matter. It's Italian and it's Rome, just like Frescobaldi. But yeah, so Mattia di Gand, he was this Flemish. He's not so known actually. He's we only know of 3 existing instruments, and one of them is in Bologna, and this one is actually the original version of the instrument, because the one that we have now in Bologna has went through different stages, and this is actually the first stage that Graziano wanted to reconstruct. But what is interesting is it's a total Italian instrument, but there's some Flemish influence in the making. Like in the original instrument, it was transposable, which isn't very often the case with this kind of instruments.
But this one is
and
too.
This one is too.
Yeah.
But according to as it was, and as it was a Flemish, we don't know much about him, but he must have learned the first steps, or got his
and the original, is it playable today?
Yes, it's also playable.
Perfect then.
Yes. So
have you heard the original?
Yes, I've played on it many times.
Oh wow!
Yes.
And that's so exciting. What's your impression then of this reconstruction?
That it's really, really so near. This is amazing actually, and it has so many. If you listen to the different colors of the registers, like we have this is the main principle. And then we have the second.
Let's talk about that. To me, that sounds a bit nasal in the discant, like the duck quack.
Maybe you can say it depends also where you stand. And
of course.
But yes, there's little. Then there's a very rich tenor sound.
When I heard that first, it didn't at all strike me as an Italian instrument at all. No. To me it would be like almost a Haas or something, a German, very full sound.
That's maybe one of the main ideas we have about Italian harpsichords, that maybe isn't the right idea.
Of course not.
And it's because, maybe at some point we started making Italian harpsichords that have this more, more sometimes aggressive sound, or we have to think that they are loud and they have to, but this is not the case if you're looking at all these beautiful
wonderful
instruments that are playable, for example, in this collection. But in
what did you do to shift registers? You're using a lever.
Yeah, so we have, I'll show you. So we can...
they're hidden.
So here you have the main and you can shift it here.
Yeah.
And then there's the second here.
Okay.
And now we can maybe listen to the second register, which has more champagne sound. So this is more, maybe has a little bit more overtones.
Yes.
Of course, it's also sounding different in every season.
Yeah, but if you compare them to me, this one is more projecting and sharper.
Yeah, could absolutely. Yeah,
And how are they combined?
combined. So very, very rich. A lot of overtones, a lot of projection and depth. It's
Yeah. And you said it's transposable. Is it 2 semitones you can
yes.
change?
So we have now it's on 440. And
Okay.
then we have 415 and even 390. What is it? I'm always bad at
Yeah.
round numbers.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It's 2 semitones exactly.
I think
So
it's,
one-
is it 392?
392 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Oh.
So is it complicated to shift it?
No, it's actually a very smart system because actually we can do like this. So that it's
Oh, that's the
safe.
lever for shifting it.
Not really.
No?
You can now take it out
Yeah.
and then we just move it.
But this one.
This one is actually, if you want to have a look inside, you know, so you can see what happens. So now it's in normal
See if I can
position.
catch this.
And then if you wait a minute. So we actually it's going a bit lower so that they don't how does
The striking point is
yes.
changing.
So the keyboard is sinking,
Sinking, yeah.
and then it's actually safe to move the whole keyboard because otherwise you
of course,
might
you can,
be
yeah.
some could get stuck.
Irreparable damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is
And what does it say here?
Graziano Bandini. Yes, I forgot that. What is at X Mattia di Gand at exemplum,
After.
of course.
Yes.
Mattia di Gand fecit in Castro Sancti Pietri in 2019.
Yeah.
Castel San Pietro is a place in the countryside
Yeah.
in Emilia-Romagna.
Wow. And this cover, I mean, it's got such a almost 19th century look.
Yeah, well, that
Can
was
you explain that?
that was actually a choice because the original has beautiful painting by 2 Flemish painters, and to make that reconstruction, it's maybe for it. I could still do it one day, and then the question came, what shall we do? And then actually, I love it that it's just natural, nothing. No color, but just the wood, and I love that actually.
Yeah,
And
it's a surprise to when you open
Yeah.
it and you see, oh, it's a different instrument than what you might expect.
Yes, of course it maybe reminds to some you say, as you say, to some later.
That's only exciting, I think. Yeah.
And then of course, well, the best thing of it, I think, is the smell. It's the cypress.
Let's see.
the cypress of it. It's
Oh, that is wonderful. Wow, you need to
best
come
thing.
see that in person. Which, speaking of which, you will be performing with this piece
Yes.
and other pieces
Yes, I will be.
Thursday, 14th of December.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
And I will bring, yes, of course, Frescobaldi, but then I will start with a composer which is maybe lesser known, but he's called Marc'Antonio Cavazzoni,
Mm-hmm.
and he's important for keyboard literature in general, because his edition in 1523 is actually the first edition of autonomous keyboard music. We have some keyboard music published before, since 1500. Oh, here is the book. I'm sorry. So Marc'Antonio Cavazzoni. So it's 500 years old now. But it's an important edition because it's presenting forms like the Recercada, which was developed later, of course. If we want to look at Bach as like the main, the highest, the peak of the thing. But this is the first piece I'm playing, and then I'm playing, of course, Frescobaldi, and also a piece for the last time this year is the other guy who is having his 500th birthday, which is William Byrd.
Of course.
So, looking forward.
Wow, what a lovely evening. Looking forward to that. So, this coming Thursday, December 14 at 1800 at Sockerbruket 17 here in Gothenburg at the Fringe.
At the Fringe. Lovely.
Lovely. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure.